And then I ran out of electricity. Jeez. I ran out of electricity, and I don't know. I think where I was going with it, I was trying to say that this is a kind of a tell-all expose in which the guy who writes it is just too damn nice, and it's still interesting and it's still fun, and even if you don't get a kick out of things like that, and who doesn't, but he really could have ripped this guy to shreds, and he didn't do it. Too nice a guy. The point I was trying to make about the Seven Madmen, I lost it, and that probably I didn't watch this whole thing again, so there are probably a lot of things that I missed. But Stephen Moore let me know that a lot of mistakes were in the Seven Madmen, and I don't know how many we caught, and so there still may be way too many. No matter how happy I am with this book, there's going to be too many typos. But anyway, I want to say this is a wonderful read for people interested in contemporary fiction. I'll call it contemporary fiction because there are so many different styles that he does say in here how much he loves a giant book, and he does a nice job of in a short space of making you want to read Marguerite Young. And I'm one of those people who does want to read Marguerite Young's Miss Mackintosh, My Darling, but I didn't read it when I was going to, and then a friend of mine, Zach Tanner, as a matter of fact, wanted the copy that I had. It's not like he threatened me or anything like that. He just wanted that he loves the book, and he wanted the Dalkey archive version, and I had that, so I gave it to him. And it's 2 volumes. Now I know why it's 2 volumes. You get stories like that. It's really interesting. Anyway, I'm going to stop here. I've said way too much. So part 2 I decided would be short no matter what. And I was going to watch the whole thing and fill in all the holes, but I'm not gonna. All I'm gonna say is I can't wait till somebody else. Okay, I'm gonna say one other thing. I know this about, and this is an important thing. Anybody in the literary business with any power whatsoever. I'll take you out in a minute, okay? Just let me finish this. Don't unplug it, okay? Dog there, see? Yeah, he wants to go out. It's really you have to guard your time. It's very hard to say no to someone who wants you to read their manuscript, you can't read everything that people want you to read, but you can correspond. And one thing that's always been amazing to me about Stephen Moore is, I only approached him so that I could ask about Chandler Broussard, and that led to good things. But if I write to him with a question about anything, I usually hear back within an hour. And oddly enough, I'll add my little story. Somebody, I won't name, was interested in somebody with connections to, still working for Dalkey Archive, I believe, or so he said, I don't know, contacted me and was interested in American the Cult of the Cactus Boots. So I, this would be a dream for Philip Friedenberg because, he's loved Dalkey Archive. He's been reading Dalkey Archive books his whole adult life, as have I. And, we wondered, would this be a good idea? And I thought, oh my God, I hate to lose that book. How will it work? Will I be compensated? I don't know. So this Phil was very excited. He sent 2 copies to the guy. And at least, I don't know, maybe he sent more, but he sent at least 2 copies, hard copies, to the guy. And I mean, the guy could have bought them, you know. I don't know why you always have to give free copies away. You know, if the guy's got a job, you know, he can afford to buy America and the Cult of the Cactus boots. And but Phil, you know, is also a nice guy, and I guess I would give my book to someone who was nice and interested and so on. And I don't know, you know. So the guy talked big about you know, getting the funding and so on, and he'd be back to us, and he never got back to either one of us. I believe Phil wrote once, and I wrote once or twice. I know that the second letter I wrote scolded the guy, and I'm sure that that offended him because he's a big shot and I'm not. But you know, I think of a guy like that, and I think, what an asshole. All you have to do is you've raised the hopes of an author, and all you have to do is write him and say, this is what happened. And he didn't have the decency to do that. And they're just, that's not on the John O'Brien level of asshole. But, you know, Stephen Moore would never do that. Stephen Moore would get back to you. And so a guy who writes a tell-all, but is that kind of person, he's not going to tell you some of the best stuff. You know, so you're going to read this book, you're going to love this book, but you're going to want to get Stephen Moore drunk and irritable and really loquacious, and tell the really good stories, because you know they're there. You know it. You know that guy O'Brien, besides being a greedy bastard and misappropriating funds for sure, you know that he was also well, probably not a rapist, but I would never call. I'm just saying that there was probably sexual impropriety. I'm guessing. Pure guesswork. Sexual impropriety. This has been part 2 of Dalkey Days. You got to wait till April, but you can order it now. I would, but I haven't. Maybe I'll order one for a present for somebody.